Hello, hello, hello. I hope you all are having a super duper fantastic day out there today. My name is Dineen Merriweather. Look, you guys, it is the 12 days of Christmas. Yes, we are back. We are back in the saddle again. And today we're kicking off Dineen's 12 days of Christmas all week long, all for the next 12 days. We're going to have amazing speakers to come to pour into you, to give you a nice gift, something that will help you cross the finish line in 2025. Put it inside the chat. I'm crossing the finish line in 2025. I'm crossing the finish line in 2025. Again, my name is Dineen Merriweather. I'm the CEO and founder of Queenpreneurs Jumpstart Program. It is the #1 training environment for women in the world looking to leverage their knowledge, ignite their passion, build a highly profitable business. And look, you can, in fact, do this in 2025 and beyond. So look, my message today is all about crossing the finish line in 2025. So this year, my motto was, I'm not pulling people across the finish line in 2025. And it was so many things that drew me to that motto, that mantra, that stand, that I felt it would be powerful and that it would be helpful, not just for myself, but for others. Today's going to be short and quick, only because I'm a little under the weather, and I have a couple of things that I need to jump into. But it doesn't mean that I don't want to give you some great points to help you cross the finish line in 2025. But in order for you to be inspired, invigorated, encouraged, to be able to take those steps, I want to just share with you that pull or that drain that I was feeling about pulling people across the finish line in 2025. I just knew coming into this year was something that I didn't want to do. I find pulling people, pushing people, and you may feel like this in your life. There's people that you're pulling, people that you're pushing, continuing to have the same conversations over and over and over again. And I get repetition is the key. But there's something about wanting it for yourself. And pulling people across the finish line, it doesn't give them an opportunity to want it for themselves. That's number one. And I feel like if there's anything that you want in life, any achievement that you want to make in life, anything that's important to you, you have to want it for yourself. No matter how hard I pray, no matter how hard I coach, no matter how hard I pull, no matter how hard I push, if it's not important to you, if you are not passionate about it, if you're not burning in the inside to make it happen, it is not for you. And I had to learn that again with a lot of disappointment, a lot of seeing people get to the finish line and even crossing the finish line and still not taking the action, right? So again, the first thing that you need to do is you have to want it for yourself. The second thing is, you know, that old adage of I can lead you to the water, but I can't make you drink it. Yeah, I had to adopt that. Sometimes you lead people exactly where they need to be, but based on their mindset, the context, the paradigm, the perspective that they have, they can't even see the water in front of them. It's like wanting something that you already have in your hand. And I know that you've heard me say this before, but a lot of us already have everything that we need in order to get going. But because we have no idea of what it is that we're looking for or what we want, we can have the very thing in hand and not realize it. So you have to discover it for yourself. So I'm not going to pull you across the finish line. I'm going to ask you to cross with me the finish line. But I'm not pushing and I'm not pulling you, because you got to want it from yourself. And the second thing, you have to discover it. Finally, what I want to leave you with is that if there is something that you want in life, something that you desire in life, you have to be self-motivated. And what do I mean by that? I mean, when people don't support you, when you're not sure where the resources are coming from, when you're not sure on how it's going to happen. See, that's real faith. But it's something that you want so bad that you're willing to take the steps forward and move forward, not knowing how, not knowing when, well, you should know the who. I mean, spiritually, we know the who. But when I say the who, I'm meaning your counterparts, the people that's going to assist you with getting where you want to go, be able to knock on those doors, have those conversations, not need agreement to move forward, right? If you ever find yourself, let's say, complaining about something, or you're talking to your friend, your sister, your loved one, hey, LaShawn, I know you're out there, and thank you all who are coming in and hopping in on the 12 days of Christmas, the first day. And we're all about, crossing the finish line in 2025. But if you ever had the person in your life where you're explaining what's happening to you, and I'm going to share some of those things with you this week, as a contractor, the different things that I've been facing, and you want someone to understand, or you want agreement, right? A lot of times when we're complaining to people, we really just want them to say, yes, I understand. Yes, that has happened to me. It's almost like validation that this is not going the way that I want it to go. But here's what I want to say to you. When you are crossing the finish line in 2025 or moving forward towards something that you want, you don't need agreement. You don't need someone to pat you on the back to say, yes, I understand. You have to be self-motivated to cross that finish line, whether you're limping, running, crawling, got all the tools that you feel you need, got all the support that you feel you need, or not. Why? Because you are determined to cross the finish line. And it takes something to complete something. And we'll talk about that also later on this week. So look, I want to leave you with this. We're crossing the finish line in 2025. My motto was, I'm not pulling people across the finish line in 2025. I also had a phrase, high performance. I wanted to be a high performer. And we'll talk about, like I said, more of these things throughout the week, because we will be crossing the finish line in 2025. When we get to day 12 on the 21st of December, we all will be crossing and getting ready for 2026. So, quick recap. We're crossing the finish line in 2025. But I cannot push, pull, tag, tug, stretch, drag anybody across the finish line in 2025. See, I got to get us ready for the week. You're going to have to want it for yourself. You're going to have to discover what it takes. And you're going to have to be self-motivated. You're going to have to want it for yourself, because I can't want it more than you. You're going to have to discover what it takes to get it done. And you're going to have to be self-motivated, because there's some people that's going to start with you, but they're not going to finish with you. There are going to be some people patting you on the back, and then it's going to be some people trying to stomp you in the ground. See, that's the part that we, even as positive, faithful, God-fearing, and loving people, we don't like to admit or to say there will be enemies behind you trying to stomp you in the ground and hold you back from what it is that you're standing for. But what I'm saying is, you're going to have to push past all of that yourself. And I will be there to encourage you, but I won't be pulling, pushing, tugging, dragging nobody across the finish line in 2025. But we will, in fact, cross the finish line together. All right, so look, this week, I'll be introducing to you the Inner Circle Collective. It's the new membership that will be launching in January of 2026. Doors will open on January the 1st. You're going to need to be in there or be square. So I'm asking if my sister could go ahead and drop the link. I want her to drop the link to make sure that you're able to go on the wait list so you can receive all of the communication. The gift that I'm giving away today is my favorite book. It's Chop Wood and Carry Water. The QR code is there on the screen. Take your phone out, shine the camera on there, and register. Because in order for you to get it, you got to be in it to win it. So look, I love you. It's the Deneen's 12 Days of Christmas. I am here to serve you, but I ain't pushing, pulling, tugging, dragging anybody across the finish line in 2025. I love you. Look forward to seeing you. And I'll see you tomorrow for our second day for the 12 Days of Christmas. Have an amazing evening. I love you. Good night.